Hey guys, welcome to vlog 108 here on the Big Daddy Liberty Show. I'm going to quickly zoom in and out of this protest here in Cape Town by the gun lobby, the broad gun lobby here in South Africa. It is a handful, yes, and there's a hobnob of individuals. They started out at City Guns. You know our friends out at City Guns. Shout out to you, Alan. Out in that part of the world, an episode of the BDL show is coming actually with Alan and friends in that part of the world. But I just thought, hey, let's quickly shout out these folks who've come out here to defend their gun rights. And let me show you who I'm talking about. Right in front of Parliament here, a phalanx of police officers, all of them, yes, armed to the teeth. Why? Because they realize what we realize, that firearm protects you from the crime in this country. So shout out to those South Africans who are doing exactly that, defending their gun rights against their boss, a one big the ass hat, as I like to call him on the show. And yes, I did that right in front of his employees. Here's some police vehicles in the background, a massive contingent, as I said, and but they're not why we're here. Those folks over there are why we're here, and we're going to have a very quick chat with them. Welcome to it. This is vlog 108 on the Big Daddy Liberty Show. Hey guys, as I mentioned, vlog 108, welcome to it. This is not about me, it's not about those police officers as I mentioned earlier on, it's about these ordinary South Africans who want every bit of a right as the police minister to protect themselves, and we don't have the phalanx of bodyguards, as I said, around us. But let me not waffle away. Here's some South Africans right now who are at this particular protest. Guys, welcome to it. This is vlog 108 on the BDL show. I'm going to start with you, Chris, I believe was your name. Chris, why are you here? Why is this important? Why do you feel like you need to defend what I call a right, your gun right?
So basically, we have a constitutional right to life. Now, how can you give effect to a constitutional right to life without the most effective tool to defend your own life? And that most effective tool is a firearm. Otherwise, why else would the police carry them? Why else would the police, right here, defending the parliamentarians who say we should not have firearms, defend those very parliamentarians with firearms? It just does not make sense. And I don't believe that they should be able to tell us that we can't defend ourselves with firearms and use them for any other purpose, any other lawful purpose. How can they say that when they themselves, they aren't bound by these same laws? Yeah. They sit there with parliamentarians. Absolutely,
fully agreed. And perhaps let me pass that same question on to everybody else here. Just very briefly, why is this important to you guys? You know, because often when we talk about gun rights or the privilege to own a gun, as the state would have us believe, often the image they sell us is of, the sort of white old Afrikaner, very scary. Ooh, they'll tell us. They're going to cause an insurrection. That's the big word these days. But I see a multitude of faces here, including you guys. Why was this important for you guys?
Well, with the way that the country's going, corruption, crime and everything, we should have a way to defend ourselves. And a perfect example of that would be the recent protest in KZN as well as Gauteng, where civilians had to use their own firearms to assist police officers who are under-resourced to protect people's shops from the looting and stuff.
Absolutely, and again, I fully agree with that. Ma'am, I want to come to you very briefly because I think there's that added component around the crime in this country. You being a young lady, why does this resonate with you?
Okay, so for me it is with the whole crime and the whole sexual assaulting in South Africa. Not only that it is in South Africa, it's everywhere. I think it is one of the most effective ways. I feel safer knowing that I not necessarily can shoot, but I can defend myself in a situation where I'm a small person. It's very easy to overpower me or to drag me around or whatever, do whatever you want to. I feel like without that tool, it is a little bit more difficult. It's also not only about that. Having a firearm changes your perspective on it. You don't just shoot anyone because someone is coming into your house, or it's about it changes your mentality. You're a calmer person. You come out of situations more. It changes who you are to be better. And I think everyone needs a different approach on crime and.
Agreed. Guys, thank you very much. I see some familiar faces. Thank you very much. And that's the real message, isn't it? These are ordinary South Africans. We are so tired of being defined by the politicians, defined by the political elites, told what we should or shouldn't have in this country as a right. And they've ably described to you why being able to own that firearm allows them to action that right to self-defense, the right to life, essentially. So we're going to keep the conversation going. I see some big wigs here from GOSA and other organizations. Let's have a chat with them. Damien, welcome to the show. For those who are uninitiated, who am I talking to and what organization do you represent?
Okay, so I'm Damien Enston. I'm the chairperson of the South African Gun Owners Association, SAGA. And SAGA is one of the oldest organizations in South Africa when it comes to firearm issues. We've been around for more than 36 years. And we believe in the right of the law-abiding South African citizen to choose to own a firearm for self-defense, hunting, sport shooting, or for collecting or for business purposes.
Absolutely. Damien, a lot of people will be wondering, why are you guys here? Why is this super important for you guys? Surely you trust Bheki Cele with your gun rights?
No, we definitely do not trust government with our gun rights whatsoever. As everyone knows, the FCA bill is very much pressing at the moment, and the FCA bill seeks to remove the right of the law-abiding citizen to own a firearm for self-defense purposes. And in light of what just occurred in KZN and Gauteng recently, it's clear that we cannot rely on the support of government and SAPS to come to the fore and assist us if we're in trouble. And I was in KZN recently and I met with a lot of community leaders there, and if it wasn't for them and it wasn't for the communities banding together and standing together and protecting themselves in neighborhoods, I think things would have been far worse there. And it shows, again, the law-abiding citizen armed with a firearm can protect themselves against evil and those who seek to destroy and remove our democracy. And they really stood to the fore and defended our democracy.
Absolutely. Perhaps as a final thought, with you guys showing support here today, various gun organizations, of course, what would you like to see going forward? I mean, aside from the bill, the bill obviously is an attack, on our right to be able to defend life, liberty and property rights. But surely there's a conversation to be had around what sort of ideal legislation you'd like to see going forward.
Absolutely. So we'd like to see a situation where you license the person and register the gun. We have a competency system in South Africa. It means nothing at the moment, but if you're deemed competent, the government has deemed you competent, surely that should be more than sufficient for you to own firearms, and as many firearms as you feel you need for hunting, sport shooting, self-defense purposes, collecting, business purposes. So license the person, register the firearm. That's what we're saying. That's the ultimate objective.
Absolutely. Damien, thank you so much for your time. There's some GOSA guys here. Shout out to Damien, by the way, in the SAGA. There's some GOSA guys here. Let's give a quick conversation with them and we'll wrap up the show. Depi, I've plucked you out of the crowd because I want us to have this chat. We've spoken before on the show, so it's the second time you're on the BDL show. This is a quick vlog because I wanted to just chart this particular protest and its importance. Depi, why is this protest important? Why is it important for us to keep reminding the state that those of us who are gun owners are still here and are going to fight for our rights?
Well, it is important because the stakes are very high, more especially that we talk about gender-based violence. And these proposed amendments are seeking to leave us naked, so to speak. It's important that we ensure that people understand the importance of their safety. It's in jeopardy. And we know now, even after the riots in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, that we don't have a police force to protect us. And it's even more imperative now that we keep the heat on this draconian proposed amendment, and we remind the citizens that your security is at risk, your life is at risk, and this is the time to stand up and fight for your rights.
The funny thing is, when I began this particular vlog, I took a small pot shot at the cops there. Not that we're anti-cops on the show, but to remind the viewer that, when the doo-doo hits the fan, you will not see an army of police officers like this responding to your crime or someone attacking your life, liberty and property rights, that how you, the individual, are your own self-defender. Talk to me about the importance of that and why we need to drive that point home.
It's important because, look, we did this lawfully, but look how many police officers we have. And this just tells you that law-abiding citizens are actually on the attack. If that doesn't say something to you, then nothing will. You understand? So for me, this is a showcase of law-abiding citizens in the forefront of a legal fight have got that much capacity for SAPs, you know what I mean? But when you most need them, when you are under attack in your home, on the streets or whatever, they're not going to be there.
Absolutely.
They're not going to be there. So remember, when that crime happens, two people are guaranteed to be there. You and the perpetrator.
Tepi, thank you for your fight and your time in this case. Again, you heard it. You heard it from people who are at the forefront of the fight. You know, ordinary families are here. I just want to quickly show you. And again, I like the sign because it speaks to why I often talk about the importance of gun rights. When I talk about South Africans being a faith, flag, family, and freedom type society, it's moments like these. So, again, thank you for watching. This was going to be a very quick vlog. If you want to learn more, I'll link all of the details of the various organizations that we're here. Here's my simple message. Go out there and get yourself a gun license. That is the bottom line to all of this. They cannot disarm an entire country of lawful gun owners. So make the effort, go out there and get that gun license. I just had to look that way because a swank of black VIP vehicles just zoomed past us, almost making the point, doesn't it, that we don't have VIP protectors on a day-to-day basis. But let me not waffle on. I'm going to do a special insert, a special episode with the guys out here at City Guns as I take you through the process, the journey of acquiring your own gun license, encouraging you to do the same. This has been another episode of the Big Daddy Liberty Show. Thank you for watching. If you want to support the channel, help me get out to these places, all of those details are in the description of this video. So shop, and remember, never trust a commie.